what exactly are they doing? Is this a car show or is this a concert? What's happening in there? And then I came out and there was smoke coming out the door. It was amazing, Dad. The guy went out on a Harley. So it was just a memory that I have. My ears still ringing, the smell of the Harley. And who knew back then that 25 years later, Rob Halford would write the foreword to my first book. Pretty cool.
Okay, Eddie, after let's say high school, do you have any plans of being involved in the media, in the radio, the TV, when you were in high school?
When I was in high school, I was not the most popular in high school. I didn't play sports really. I didn't get invited to the parties. I was in high school from 1978 to 1982. Also remember what my favorite band was at that time, Kiss. There was no band more unpopular, not popular in America during those years than Kiss. You have to remember you're talking Dynasty, where they made a disco song, Unmasked, where they made a pop record, The Elder, where they made a concept record. I mean, if I wasn't the size that I am, I would have gotten beaten up for liking Kiss in high school. Not even kidding. So, I didn't care. I never cared what people thought about what I liked and didn't like. So I still was a Kiss fan, and I decided to make matters even worse, I was going to start writing about Kiss in the music newspaper. Then I was going to take a job working at a record store. Then I was going to do radio while I was still in high school at a college station. Anything I could do to play the music like Kiss and others that I loved, and most of the other people at the time didn't, because I wanted to help sell and spread the music. So my whole focus was in some level of sharing the music that I love with other people, and that was hard rock and heavy metal. So I did many things. Worked at a record store, became a writer, worked at a radio station,
A record label.
and then later got hired for a record label, Megaforce. And how that happened was, I started doing a metal radio show in 1983. And I would go and buy import records at a, I don't know if you have the term here, but in America we call a flea market. It's little booths and people sell things. And there was a guy at a flea market store by the name of Johnny Z. And he was selling imports. And I would go and buy these imports. Then when I got on the radio, I started playing his records. And when I played them, people would come into his store to buy them. So the next time I went in to buy the records, he said, no, they're on the house. Because he knew I would play them, and he'd sell many more copies. So he started, that was the first time I ever got promos, basically. And I would play his records. And he came to my studio one time around 1983.
How old were you?
19. And I'm doing the first year of doing a metal radio show, and the studio was in a house. And there's a knock on the door. Now, nobody ever knocked at the door. And I look at the curtain, because I'm on the air, and there's the guy from the flea market. What's he doing here? How did he find me? And he's waving, let me in. So I open the door, and he comes in, and I say,